Please welcome to my show today, Swathi. See, I usually try and not do the research about anyone that I interview here, unlike most podcasters who want your horoscope included. But that's no fun. It's fun to reveal, and I interact with what they need to say and take that to the next level. It's going to be interesting to me. So all I know is she's Swathi. She runs a very successful, a savory shop that is world famous in Bangalore. Okay? It's like Haldiram's. Not that I'm getting paid by Haldiram's to say it, but in Bangalore, Vasavi condiments, and so you make mithais and you make...
Yeah, so a lot of a variety of mithais and the savories as well. So it's majorly the traditional sweets and savories what we do in Bengaluru.
What are those traditional
So
sweets
the
and
traditional,
savories?
like the holige, maybe in Maharashtra you call it poli.
Puran poli, yeah.
Puran poli, and in Tamil Nadu also it's called poli. So like that, kajaya. In different languages it's called different things, but yeah, here in Bangalore it's called kajaya, karjikai, and these kind of sweets and savories, and the avre bede. The
Avre is the avrekai, which
avrekai, yeah.
for the rest of the world is called what?
It's called hyacinth bean.
Okay.
So it's a bean similar to edamame,
Okay.
which is rich in protein, and it's a very versatile bean. So you can do a lot of varieties with one single bean. So basically, we do about more than 100 variety of dishes.
Yeah,
using
been
this
there,
single...
done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably once you get to taste it, you're so addicted that you'll keep coming back to it.
Did you grow up in that environment?
I did, yes.
How old is this place?
So my mom started this business, I think, when I was in my second standard.
And why did she start this business?
So basically, my dad was working with Bharat Scouts and Guides.
Okay.
So financially, it was not sufficient for whatever salaries to get to survive in Bangalore with the, like basic necessities like your food, shelter, school fees, and things like that. It was very difficult. So mom is a very passionate cook. She loves cooking and she likes feeding people. So she thought that was her forte. So she thought, okay, she should start something in that lane.
Did she start in the house?
She started at
Okay.
home. So it was a rented house. And she had to take a lot of permissions, of course.
From whom?
From my dad, of course. See, that's how it works
Okay.
for any woman. So basically, when you start a business...
How old were you when you found your mother cooking at home for a living?
She started maybe when I was 6 years old. And I have a younger brother. So he was just 2 years old then. And she started at home. And I've seen her carrying the material from market to preparing and marketing and selling everything by herself. So that's how she started. And today we have almost about 120 people working for her. So,
Well, that's phenomenal. And as you grew up,
yeah.
what were you thinking about your life?
Probably in what...
So what was it like at home now? Now you have... I'm guessing from what you just told me, you had an absent father working,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So what was it like at home for you, your brother, and your mom?
So basically what used to happen till the 6 years of my life, probably my dad was never there. So he always had these camps happening because of he was in Scouts and Guides, and hardly maybe in a month, 2-3 days he used to be with us.
Did he take you on any of these camping expeditions?
Once, I remember he had taken us once. Maybe we had some summer vacations, and that's when me, my brother... and
What
few
did you
of them...
think about that?
It was an amazing experience, of course, but then we could get a lot of time spending with my father, of course, which usually would never happen. And that was a good thing that we could see what he actually does when he's away from home, and we could kind of understand when that happened.
And now that you had some time in camp with him, did you not crave for more of that time?
Definitely.
And what happened? Did you ask him, hey, Dad, take us again?
Yes. So what happened after a while, like, see, mom was also busy with business, and my dad used to never be around. So it was more of, it became like a responsibility for me to take care of myself and my brother.
Okay.
So because he was a lot younger than me, and it used to be like, okay, because there's nobody around, I have to feed him, I have to take him to the school, it became like more responsibilities on me, that rather than me thinking, okay, I need this, I need time from them and things like that. Maybe I started getting adapted to the entire situation. Of course, you miss your father, your mother, and that time to spend with family. All of that happened in initial stages, but after certain years, probably I think when I grew up to be in my high school times. My dad took a VRS, that's voluntary retirement from his work, and then he joined business, so he started helping my mom.
By then, where was the business?
Business was still in the same place, but then it had grown enormously, and for her to handle it all by herself was very difficult. So she started at home, and it expanded to 2-3 other properties in like the next place, the opposite place. They bought all of it, and the preparations, wherever the factory kind of thing setup happened, and all of that started happening.
So the business grew around your house.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So basically we used to live in the same house earlier. Then we shifted to the next lane, and then the entire place was converted into a factory and things like that.
And here you are approaching high school, and what's going on?
Yeah, so when I was in high school again, so there was not much time to give, like my parents couldn't give time. And so my brother was in a residential school. So
Okay.
he was like, when he was in 3rd standard, he was put to the boarding school.
So you didn't have that responsibility anymore.
Yeah.
So what did you do with yourself?
So after that, my only concentration was, of course, studies, and I was a dancer.
And why were you studying?
So I was in my 8th, 9th, 10th, so probably. So I started, there's a school called the Home School. It's a Christian
Okay.
missionary in Bangalore. So I did my studies there. And I finished my 10th, and I think for college, there was a lot of debate which happened.
College meaning pre-university course.
Pre-university, that's
Okay.
11th and
11th
12th.
and 12th. High school, as most people call it as well.
Correct.
But yeah, so just so you know, in Bangalore, pre-university course is called PUC.
Yeah.
So kids have an option to leave school and go into pre-university course, which is actually college. And certain kids just stay back in school and finish their 11th and 12th grade. You went to college.
I went to college. So I joined Jain College.
No, was there a plan? Or you just drifted in because that's what was expected?
No, not really. So what actually happened was, before I joined this college, my dad had this mentality that, you shouldn't be studying with boys.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll have to go to a girls' college. So
And why is that?
I don't know. Dad should be saying that. I don't know. So they were very scared of the co-education, the men and guys, and you might.
They didn't trust the guys, or they didn't trust you? Both.
They maybe both. Maybe both.
Okay.
Yeah. So they actually put me to all girls college. Okay.
Which was
It's again called Vasavi Vidyaniketan. Okay.
nothing to do with your business.
No, nothing to do with my business. It's
Okay.
about the community. There's a who follows Vasavi goddess.
Got it.
So they put me to that college, and it's my relative's place again.
Hmm.
So it's all girls college, and then you have your professional courses, like you do BCom, BPM, whatever. Everything is there in the same campus. So you just finish your studies there and get married and go away.
That was his plan.
That was his plan, yes.
And what was your plan?
So I never wanted to study there, but yeah, because I was forced to, I had to join. I was like, okay, fine, let me try. I just have to think about studies, nothing else. So once I started going, it was very, very difficult. So I went to this college for 18 days.
You were a day scholar, which means you lived at home and went to college.
Correct.
No hostel life.
No, not at
Okay.
all. So I've always lived with my parents. So.
But you went to college, that's right. You followed what was told to you. You followed the flow of things for that person your age.
Correct.
But did you have a plan?
Plan career-wise?
Yeah. Why did you go to college? I mean, that was your father's plan to take you to
Correct.
college
See.
and get you married.
Yeah.
What was your plan? Did you have
So
one?
I always wanted to be independent, of course, and the only way
Why?
probably, see, whatever struggles my mom had went through. So I kind of understood in the very early stage of my life, financial independence is very important for any woman, is what I always felt. So probably because of the experiences what my mom went through or what I saw through my own eyes, I thought that's what is most important for anybody, even if it is a woman or a man. It's not about gender. It's always important to be independent.
Okay.
So the only way I thought to get there is through your education. So even if I have to find a job or do a business, so if you have to start a business, of course you need a lot of financial backup. So which obviously I didn't have. So the only way I thought was, okay, you have to,
wait. Financial backup you didn't have.
Yeah,
well, by college you had it. Clearly,
No.
your mother was doing great.
Doing great, of course.
Yeah.
But my mom was not an educated person. So
I know, but she could count the money.
correct. So for her, she always felt that is the most important thing. So she wanted her kids to be educated. She wanted that to happen.
So she didn't spoil you, you're saying, with giving you money, pocket
No,
money,
not at all. And I was also not like that. I would never ask her for money. So she always insisted, you want to buy this, you want to buy that, you keep this money and things like that. But I never wanted.
Work hard for it.
So basically, I never took advantage of things or anything like that. So I never felt like. So I didn't.
Okay, so your plan was to go to college, get a job.
Yes, that's
but
it.
It didn't matter what job.
Yeah. I mean, maybe what I studied or what my interest would be in the process. So every time it used to just change. So earlier I used to be a dancer. So I started dancing in the age of like 5. So I'm a trained Bharatanatyam dancer. So my interest was more into dancing.
Did you like it?
I still do. So.
And what did dancing do for you?
A lot of energy, a lot of positivity, and I enjoy it. I mean, even today, if I have to get out of the stressful life and things like that, I just dance it out. So it feels really nice. And I enjoy doing it.
18 days into college.
Yeah. So I used to do a lot of stage performances and I used to love it. I mean, I used to own the stage. I used to feel that. And so that was there for a couple of years. And then once you got into this 10th standard and your board exams, you're in that studies, always thinking about that. So you're stressful.
But was your dad in your life? I know your mom was busy feeding other people, but
yeah, not really. So both of them
were absent.
No.
So you could actually do what you want.
I could, but I didn't choose to do. See, this is exactly what I wanted to do. So I wanted to study. So I wanted to, be independent, as I said. So I have to find a job. So I have to. This is the only way I knew. And of course, I felt a lack of love, affection. All of that happened when I stepped into probably after that, pressure of board exams and all of that was done. And I entered into PUC. And that's when I started feeling, that craving to have somebody and things like that.
To have somebody or a parent?
Somebody who would show some love and affection or
anyone that was out there reaching out to you.
Like if I need something, I have to have a person to even tell how I'm feeling today or what I'm doing today.
Did you try doing it with your parents?
I did. I mean, not with my dad, of course I couldn't, because he was always like an Hitler too. So I think that's usually how it is for Indian parents, at least fathers.
Well, speaking of Hitler.
Yeah.
It's not very uncommon for fathers to be called that. I've been through that myself, being called Hitler. But if you're just tuning in, you're in conversation with Swathi, who had a parental environment, but absent parental environment. Because they were busy, very busy, trying to get the whole family out of a financial, well, I wouldn't say crisis, but taking that one notch up into a place where they could be comfortable, perhaps in their own old age, while the kids were growing up. Now, where's your brother involved in all of this? He was all by himself growing up in boarding school.
Boarding school, yes.
And he didn't feel disconnected for anything or from you?
He wasn't disconnected from me because I would always go meet him, like at least once in a month. And I would have calls with him regularly, that is maybe twice a week. And I was in the same college. Like after the 18 days, I shifted my college. I was like, I'm not going to this college anymore.
So why was that college a problem?
See, what happened was, I grew up studying in an English school, like Christian missionary, as I said. And this was like complete cultural difference. And
So
I was...
from Christian, you went to full Hindu.
Hindu, yes,
Okay.
exactly. And okay, once you're out of school, if you're saying you're going to a college, it's more freedom, right? But it was the other way around.
In fact, Campus Gal has a lot to do with freedom and its nuances. People ask us, why are we focusing on college girls? Well, this is exactly one of the reasons. Because when you leave school, you're out of your parental care that much more. But you're not out in the real world yet. So they feel a sense of new freedoms when they get into college. Freedom that could be used productively or totally misused. And you have both sides of the spectrum, and some, or a lot of them, somewhere in the middle, confused about how to deal with that freedom. Did that sound like you?
Yes, exactly. I mean, I think most of them would relate it probably. Because, yeah, as I said, there was a lot of restrictions and not the way... There was no teaching or anything like that involved. And it was like, I kind of didn't like the environment.
Okay.
So I went back home. I fought with my dad. I said, if you're not going to change my college, I'm not going to go
Did you
study.
start fighting with him, or did you first tell him, hey, listen, I'm having this problem?
I just spoke to him, of course. See, fighting for me is not like, I'm screaming, I'm arguing and stuff like that.
But you're just
For me,
asking for what you want.
yeah, what I want.
Well,
that is
then
that is considered as fighting.
No, you've obviously gotten used to the idea of that is fighting.
Yeah.
So it's going to make you look like you're the
Correct. So
cantankerous daughter. But you didn't
Yeah.
go out there with guns
No,
blazing.
of course not.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
So according to them, if you have an opinion and you want to put it out there, that is against them or against their thought process.
There, both of them,
Both
or
of
just your
them.
dad?
So probably only my dad, because
Okay.
my mom could understand whatever I wanted and what I was asking for, but she couldn't take a step or stand against my father. So it's always usually like that. At least now things are changing or for better. But it used to be like, the man in the house has the call. He has to take a call on whatever anybody in the family has to do. So it was my father's call, of course.
And where is he now?
He's no more.
I'm
And
sorry to hear that. So the man in the house now is your brother?
Not really. Right now it's me. The women in the house, though.
And where is he now?
He's with me, of course. He takes care of the business as well. He supports the business very much. And it's the other way around, because maybe he's younger and...
He still has the respect for Akka.
Of course, he does. He calls me Akka. And see, the irony of it is when we are the bestest of friends, of course. So we party together, we hang out together. I know all his girlfriend stories, and vice versa. He knows everything about me. At the same time, when we are at work, he calls me madam.
No kidding, really?
Really. And we speak in Kannada. And when we are out, we are holidaying somewhere, we out with friends, we talk in
So
English.
how do you feel about that?
English and Hindi, and he calls me Akka.
I know, but how do you feel about being called madam by your brother at work?
I don't like it, actually. And I was like, why are you doing this? He's like, no, at work I feel this is better. It feels better. I said, okay. I mean, I'm used to it. Like now it's more like I'm got used to it.
We're exploring her relationship with her parents, and we are now in college. She hated the one she went to. 18 days later, she went to her dad and said, nah, this is not working out. And your dad said what?
Said, why? What is the reason?
So I ask you why.
I told him, I explained him, it's completely different. Culturally, it is completely different. And they're not teaching you anything. It's more of politics and other things which is happening, which I'm not interested. I'm going to college to study, not for
So
anything
what kind of
else.
politics happen in that college?
So they were like talking about some elections in the college and
Student council, that kind of elections?
something like that. So
But
there's
all
some
year?
president. So initially for like
Of
first,
course. New
first
Year, everyone's got to
so
do that.
they're
Yeah.
only talking about that, and there are like more than 100 people in a classroom. You don't even have place to sit, and you can't even ask for it, and you can't speak in English. I'm like, where am
And
I?
was that important to speak in English?
Of course it was.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, you asked me if this interview was going to be in Kannada.
Yeah.
You
So
clearly are comfortable with it.
I'm comfortable with all languages. I have no problem with
So
that.
then why was that an issue?
So that is initially where you're actually learning, right? And I studied English all my life, and all of a sudden for me to change to a different language, it was very difficult for me. And probably if you had asked me to study physics in Kannada, I couldn't. Or if you had taught me
So you
physics,
mean all of that was in Kannada?
yeah, so we had books in English,
Yeah.
but the teachers would teach you in Kannada.
Okay.
So I couldn't follow, I couldn't understand, and it was difficult for me.
Yeah, I mean, high-flown Kannada is difficult. I mean, I speak Kannada, but
Yeah,
if you-
I speak Kannada. I study Kannada. I can read, write Hale Kannada. That is different. I can't learn mathematics Kannada. Ganita, I can't learn in Kannada. So it was a practical
yeah, it
problem.
reminds me, till grade 7, I
Yeah.
went to a school that taught everything in Hindi.
Oh, okay.
Maths, science, social studies, everything. Our textbooks were in Hindi.
Oh, that is difficult. Okay. But yeah, you started like that. Yeah.
Well, it was what it is, but I think fortunately after grade 7, that entire school system changed it for everybody. So we just got stuck in the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you couldn't speak English and you said, I want to go to an English-speaking college.
Yeah.
And which one did you end up at?
I ended up going to Jain College. So
But that's boys over there.
yeah, that's exactly how the reaction with my father was. And the Jain College had a very bad image.
What's the image of Jain College?
See, the image of Jain College is like, there's people don't study there. It's always boys and girls hanging out together, and they're partying all the time. And they're
Why?
having-
Because all the kids are from business families?
Not really.
I mean,
It
Jain
depends.
College.
Jain College, it's not really like that.
No?
No, not really like that. See, there's two different versions. There's science and commerce, as you must be aware of. So, major of the science people are a lot of doctors' kids and engineer kids and things like that.
Okay.
But the commerce, of course, as you said,
But
they're
they
all
don't,
from business background.
But that set of student
Mm-hmm.
doesn't faff off. Oh, they did too.
I cannot generalize things.
No,
It's
no,
about
your
the people.
experience when you were there.
Yeah, when I was there, they were also.
They also faffed off?
Yes, of course they did.
Okay.
Okay. So I also took up science because the condition was like, okay, you have to become a doctor then. I was like, okay, I can try.
So your dad said you need to become a doctor.
Doctor.
Only then can you go to a co-ed college.
College, yeah.
All right. So you're
Okay.
like, whatever it takes.
Exactly. So because I had no plans of becoming a doctor. Till then, I had no clarity of what I want to be in life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is my aim, or this is what I want to do. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an actress or whatever. I didn't have any kind of goal or anything like that.
Okay. You just wanted
All
to be
that
financially independent
That's it.
in an English-speaking college
Yeah.
with boys in it. Oh, that's a
Not-
goal.
Not boys, of course. It wasn't a plan though. But yeah.
A good one that worked out.
Yeah, it did work.
Okay. So you joined Jain College. Was it any different?
It was definitely a lot difference, and a lot different. I learned a lot of things. I would not say only
example?
through books, of course, because it was a lot of practical situation. So for me, it was a culture different completely. So it was like I'm in a tape recorder,
Uh-huh.
and then I went to Jain College. I came to how do I put it across? So probably I fast forwarded like 20 times and I'm there. So
So you were in a pen drive.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yes. So for me to get to that pace or understand, so every day was like, okay, this is how it is, or this is how it is. It's like a lot of people I'm meeting, I'm talking to, and learning and everything together. Of course, with education, a lot of practical situations about life was taught
Come on,
in
come
Jain
on. I'm
College.
curious. Tell me. Give me one practical situation that you went through, and did you share that with your parent?
Of course, with my mom every day, probably. So I used to rant about things every day to my mom. And
I mean, did your dad not come and take inventory on how close you are to being a doctor?
no, not at all. So after he joined me to college, after that, I think, as usual, they were always busy, so they never
So he gave
bothered.
up.
Yeah, they never bothered what is happening in college, or what is she doing, is she's even studying, or what is it. So after my, of course, after the second PUC,
While in college, were you helping out the business?
no, not really.
You had no interest.
No, I had no interest.
Okay.
So till the second PU, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I used to, whenever I would get time. Yeah, I used to. I was not interested, but I was forced to
You were forced to by whom?
by my parents. So
Mother
because
more or father more?
father.
The guy who wants you to be a doctor now wants you to come into the kitchen. That's interesting.
See,
Okay.
for him especially, it was either I become a doctor or an engineer. These
But-
are the only two options.
But then the third one showed up and he says, come and cook.
And third one is you'll have to get married. Either you become a doctor or
I mean,
not.
God bless his soul and all that, but
Yeah,
he went from plan A to plan Z.
exactly.
Okay.
So it all depends on the practical situation. So he would not want me to take up the business completely. He didn't want it to do that. But yeah, sometimes when there's nobody else, so just come and help us kind of situation was like, it's your responsibility to take care of things. It's our family's
And
thing.
your brother at that time was
He
in
was
what
still in
situation?
boarding.
Still in school. Was
Yeah.
the difference between you all in age?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. So yeah, he's still in school. So
Yeah.
okay.
So once he came back from boarding, I think he was again put to Jain College, though he didn't. He never attended the college even a single day.
Let me guess. He wanted to go to an all-girls school. Like now Mount Carmel is taking in the boys, right? So it's still
Yeah.
an all-girls college with boys in it.
I know. So probably he
That
never
would have
wanted,
been our dream.
he never wanted to go to college.
Okay.
That's the second part of it.
Ooh.
So basically, anyways, things were all settled financially and our business is set up. So it was like,
Yeah, that's the
okay.
thing about the second child. I'm a second child. The first child, your parents are all fully engrossed in it, trying to experiment with their parenting. And at some point, they're like, whatever. The next guy, yeah, no, not interested. They've lost complete control of any of their kids, so they don't even want. They just try to take care of their own lives.
Not really. So it was the other way around for my brother. So once he's back after his 10th, so 10th standard, he's cracked his exam is like one celebration. So he's done some achievement, okay? So that's how it was treated. So he got a new car.
Did you get a new car?
I didn't. See the difference.
Mom and dad, think about this. They carry this into their lives. They don't forget. And if they're paying their psychiatrist for their fees, it's your fault. It's always your fault. Childhood trauma begins like this. And when they find someone listening to them about it, they're going to talk about it more and more and more and more and blame you. So just treat the boys and girls the same way. You should have bought her a car as well.
Yeah.
But did you insist on getting one?
No.
Why? You thought it was okay?
I didn't. It didn't make any much difference to me. It really didn't, because my college was just next road. So
Well,
I
that's
had
rationalizing.
Yeah, I understood that my brother was always treated in a different way than I was because he was a guy. That's the only.
So
difference.
that was obvious.
That was very obvious. It was
Okay.
very obvious, and the rules set for women are different from a man, and all of that. It was very obvious, and it was very vocal. They were very vocal about it. It was not like
Did you fight that?
Initially, I didn't, but after a certain point, like after I crossed my 10th and stuff, I started putting out my words. Of course, I did.
Yeah. No, we're talking about your time in college where you've now experienced that little freedom, which is not in school.
Yeah.
And you're not out there earning a living for yourself yet.
Yes.
So that is the period we are talking about.
Yeah.
What did you do?
So
about all
as you
this?
said, so my brother got a car, but I got a bike. I used to ride to college. I had, of course, so I had to fight for all of these things. Like, I want to wear what I want to wear, and where I want to go. I want to go, can go out with friends and all of that. So everything I had to fight for.
College picnics.
College picnics I could never go on. I was
And
never
you-
allowed to. I'm talking about a day outing. I want to go out and have lunch with my friends or go out for a party. I wasn't allowed to. Okay, party I still understand because we're still not 18 and stuff.
And how did that make you feel?
I used to feel really bad, and I think then I used to tell my mom, of course. And there are times where I used to not tell my dad. I used to hide from it.
Of course. Now,
Yeah.
if that's the right to passage. You're going to go against your parents' wishes, and
Yeah.
that's part of being, growing up in
Yeah.
college.
So I used to
How much
hide.
of that did you do?
I did a lot.
I mean, I was starting to feel sorry for you, but clearly, you had a great time.
I kind of did for a certain time, of course. And
Did
then
you get caught?
No, not really. I didn't.
Or maybe the parents are not as
Smart.
stupid as you think. They knew you were up to something,
Yeah,
but just let it slide.
correct. So there were a lot of times I've had, as I said, so after certain periods, so we've had, I think, as I said, after my second PU and stuff, then I went into a degree college. So till then, they had this compulsion, you have to become a doctor and stuff like that. After that, then I started putting up. So everything, like from this, my 11th and 12th, where I started saying, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. And I will not end up doing this. So I used to convince them.
So you started asserting yourself.
Yes. So it's not like, I used to make them understand, of course. With a lot of rigidity, my dad used to be like, okay. And of course, it's not like, as soon as I say it, he used to be okay. But after a certain point, then he used to kind of understand.
Maybe that was his way of trying to see how much you really believe in what you want.
Yeah.
To see if you really want it.
Probably.
So as long as you
yeah.
give a little resistance
Uh-huh.
to see how much you'd push back for it.
Yeah.
See, he's not all that bad.
I never said he was.
From a dad perspective, I'll tell you, we do that quite often. I'm sure moms do it in a different way.
Yeah.
But from a dad perspective, we actually do that very, very often. Where we
So
want to see it.
I would not say he was bad. He was just trying to be protective. The only thing I would say is don't treat your girls and boys differently. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So I would only want, like, if a guy wants to choose his career, he wants to choose his car or what he wants to wear, it's his choice. It's the same thing for the girl.
So equal opportunity along
Yeah.
with equal responsibility.
Yes.
That's okay.
That's okay.
You wanted to do what?
So I said I don't think I'm interested in doing engineering or whatever.
Doctory.
So, doctory. So probably, see, I was just going with the flow. I had only few options. Either you do a BCom or a BBM or something like that.
Why did you have few options? Did you know about more options or?
Probably then when it was my period of age, that's very few options what we had. And at the same time, or maybe I didn't
Your period
know.
of age, what are you, 40, 50?
You really want to know my age? Okay.
Yeah, please.
I'm
Tell me what.
36.
36. That's
Yeah.
not a period where there were very few options.
Comparatively to now. Yeah.
Okay, so you had what options? Doctor, engineer, what else?
Yeah, then I completely took down to commerce. I went to
Why?
BBM. As I said, so I was just seeing, okay, where do I get placed better? Where do I get more job opportunities?
So
And
it
where I
still
get
wasn't about your interest. It was about
just money, the financial
being
independence.
opportunistic.
Yes, that's it.
You could have been stuck in a really sad job that paid you well and you'd be okay.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
still
so you
okay.
took BBM then.
Yeah, I did my BBM. I did BBM in finance.
At any given point,
Mm-hmm.
did you not consider that, why should I struggle this much? Maybe I'll just go into the family business.
Not at all. Not at all. Never.
Why?
I don't know. I kind of felt that is not where I belong
By-
because So the reason probably, if I think about it in a serious note, probably is because my parents were always busy.
And
Always busy with business, and they could hardly give time to each other. Forget about giving time to
but
each
they
other
were
for.
working with each other. That was their time.
Yeah, so my mom used to be in the kitchen, my dad used to be in the counter, and hardly they would even speak to each other. So they would not come back home or spend time together. They've not had a meal together. They've never
They're probably
spent.
snacking all day together.
Yeah,
Come on.
probably. So I've never seen them, like, go out or have holidays or
Okay.
spend time with each other, or they've not given that time to us. We have never done that. So probably that was there in my mind that, if you get into business like this, your life is just that. There's nothing beyond it. And as I told you in the beginning, always it's that, that love and affection which I always wanted from somebody, anybody, for that's like, if you don't get it all your life, that's what you always wanted.
We'll pause you right there. We're exploring relationships of college girls and their fathers. And what she just said was something for parents to think about. If you wonder why well, it happens to boys as well, but we're focusing on girls on this platform, why they seek this bonding, togetherness, affection, and age appropriately, it becomes intimacy as well as a form of expression. Instead of pointing a finger at your child, maybe you need to introspect and think about how much time you gave them. And therein may lie the answer. So don't be harsh on them for finding someone intimately connected to them, emotionally connected to them, and then penalize them for that and put them under lock and key, morally or emotionally or physically sometimes. That could ruin their life.
Yeah.
Did it ruin your life?
Yes, I was just coming to that. So I was just 16, 17 years old when I had this freedom and I was raising my voice, what I want to do and things like that. So I met a guy, of course, in college, and so there's a lot of love, affection, attention, all of it at a time put, like, showered
Sure,
on
it's
top
like
of
when
you.
it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
Especially when the hormones are running high.
Yeah, so there's a lot of this attention in college and stuff, but of course I used to not give that a chance to anybody because I was always warned by my mom more than my father.
What, don't get pregnant?
Maybe they couldn't say that directly, so they would always they were a protective type of people, so you cannot have guys as friends in your life.
So that was something you did on the sly.
My mom was always, concerned. What are you doing? Where are you going? So probably more concerns on those lines. And then
Listen, you
so
clearly felt all of these things. Maybe retroactively you're thinking about it. But at that time, go back to that time. Ever occurred to you to ask your mom and dad for more time and say, hey, listen, I crave your love. I miss you guys.
No, I've never said that.
Hold the thought. If you're a campus gal listening to this one, here's something for you to consider. You might have all of these feelings, but if you don't communicate with your parents, they will never know. Perhaps they're so caught up in trying to give you that next iPhone that you seek that they forget the things that you really need. Not want, but need. And that's affection, love, care. So instead of going to ask them for an iPhone, and you know that too, that they will just hand it over to you because you're thinking that they might want to satiate their guilt a little bit. So I know it works both ways. Some of us also manipulated our parents to get the things we need, pick their weakness. But in the long run, this is going to affect you more because at some point you can earn enough money to buy your own iPhone, but there is no way you can bring back that time.
True. I totally agree.
Right? So communicate with your parents on what you want. Whether you get it or not is different. But looking back, you will never say, I wish I'd asked. Did you wish you asked?
I do wish I asked, of course. So as you said, probably I never pestered them that I want this, I want that. Like, any materialistic things, of course. But then I kind of knew they're working that hard only to give us a better life. So that's why I didn't want it to, trouble them more by asking.
But what is a better life for you?
According to them, so give us a better education, a better place to stay, and things like that, the basic.
But now you're in college.
Yeah.
Having this guy in your life.
Yeah.
On the sly, I mean, most of us, well, I didn't, but I see most of you do it. Did that satisfy your needs?
Yeah, probably it did at that time.
No, at that time. We're talking about
yes.
you at that time, not now.
Yeah, at that time, yes, it did.
And so were you feeling better about it with your parents, saying, okay, this guy's taking care of what I need. So did you blame your parents less now? Or you continued to?
See, I never blamed my parents.
Well, you did in a different, in a way.
See, of course, I wanted this love and affection and stuff. But I could also see that they're always occupied and whatever they're doing is for us. So I never blamed them. Okay, but I tried to find a way out where,
take
both
the pressure
ways.
off them.
Yeah, so both the ways it's balanced. I'm also happy, they are also happy. So I didn't want to put that pressure on them.
So where was your career going now in college during this romance?
I was doing both. And I think all the three ways, balancing it very well. So usually women are good at balancing
multitasking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to be very good at, my education as well as my relationship and with my parents, all of it. So as you said, my father is very smart, and he knew there was something going on. So he's
like, how dare my daughter look so happy? She's not supposed to be. I'm being the strict father. Which daughter is happy with a strict father? There must be something going on. We're not stupid.
No, not really. So we've had after this point of time where I've grown up this long, and then we've had a lot of chatting happening with my father. There's a lot of argument, political issues and other things and all of that. So then he kind of realized a lot of things, and he understood, okay, this was not right. This is what is right. And he could maybe understand where I was coming from.
So you started talking to your dad about things that would matter to him, where he thought it was the domain of just the guys. And here he's looking at his daughter.
Yeah.
Standing up with conversations equal to him or better, and he's realizing,
yeah, so this is not what I expected.
I can now work with her as an equal and not like a patriarchal father.
Exactly. Okay. So now I'll tell you what happened eventually, but till then this is how it was. But then they completely were not okay with the guy in my life and all of that. They had a lot of issues.
But how did they find out?
I told them.
And what gave you the courage to do that?
See, I had to tell them, right? So,
why did you have to?
I told about it to my mom first.
No, but why did you have to tell them?
So now I've grown up enough, so they want me to get married.
Okay.
Right? So they've asked me to meet some guy and things like that. So then I had to tell them.
No, but you were grown up enough, meaning you hadn't finished college yet.
Yeah.
And you were clearly walking towards a career in, I don't know, BBM. What career would you have with that?
So basically you do your BBM and then you find a job, which is about...
Or you do your BA and still find a job. So what's different with BBM and BA?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, colleges, if you think that you're differentiating one education from the other and promising these kids that they're going to get placed here and there and everywhere, well, they're not really buying your stuff. They just want a job. It doesn't matter what they study.
Exactly. So that's what I wanted, at least. I don't want to talk about everybody, but that's what I wanted to do. So I studied.
If you are also one of those girls that thought like her, then don't forget to send us that message or comment at the bottom of this video and let us know how you felt. Did you relate to her? Did you feel, oh yeah, this is like my story? And if you want to tell your story, then reach out to us. All right, send us a DM on our Instagram page at campusgal.in or through our website, campusgal.in, or even on our YouTube or Facebook page. They're all campusgal.in. Okay, so
Okay,
Take me to the next level. You told your parents you had this boy.
yeah.
So
So before,
did you want to marry him?
yeah, I did wanted to marry
Did
him.
he want to marry you?
No, I
You
guess.
didn't ask him, I guess. You didn't.
I did ask him,
And?
of course. So that's a very complicated story. So
Well, complicated stories happen in college. And parents are very involved in this. So Campus Dad as a show is very involved in your story like this. So you found this guy.
yeah,
You were asked to meet other guys to get married in the arranged marriage system that we
Yeah.
have. But you chose to tell your parents about this guy without asking him if he really wanted to marry you.
no, I did. See,
And did he say yes or no?
he did say yes.
Okay,
course,
so
of course.
and did he?
He didn't mean, but he did say it.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a really personal question.
Mm-hmm.
So while you were dating each other, you all got fully physical,
Of course, yes.
like all the way
Definitely, yeah.
to the hay.
Yeah, so we were dating for 8 years.
Okay, so
So-
today, boys, if you're listening, that would be a crime in the new Indian Penal Code. If you promised the girl that you would marry her, slept with her, because she then trusts that this will be followed through, and you didn't do it, visitation rights will become your next thing in jail. Okay, so be careful about that. What did you
So-
think at that time when he said no?
He didn't say no. That's the whole point, right?
Well, he
So,
didn't marry you, so he did say no.
He did marry me.
You married him.
Yeah.
Look, you're taking me all over the place.
I said it is complicated.
No,
so-
it's not complicated. He said he'll marry you, and he married you. It's not complicated. What happened after that might have been.
Yeah, probably. And before also was complicated. See, as I said.
So it wasn't a straight path to marriage.
No, it was not.
It
the
led
straight-
there.
It led there, of course.
Okay, so you told your parents that he existed.
So when, as I said, so we had a very, very serious relationship. It's physical, mental, emotional, everything. So I was not thinking anything beyond him. So when my parents told me that, you have to meet this person, that person, you have to get married someone in my community or somebody who lives in Bangalore, who's from a Bangalore, or who's a Bangalorean. So probably we know him better. He was not from Bangalore.
North Indian.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
from West Bengal.
All right.
And then they were very scared. Like,
So he was a student from there.
Yeah.
His parents lived there.
Yeah, his parents
Okay.
lived in West Bengal and he was a student from there, and so I met him through my classmate, basically. So he was not from my college. So he was much elder to me.
This is interesting. He was much elder to you.
Yeah.
Like how much elder?
He was about 8 to 9 years elder to me.
8 to 9 years older. So wait a minute. In college you were
I was 17 when I started dating him.
17 and you saw him for 7 years.
8 years.
8 years.
And then we got married.
So if he was 8 years older, he was already 27, 26.
Yeah.
And then you got married when he was
About 34.
34.
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you thinking all this time?
So age actually really didn't matter, of course, as a person. See, what happened in that first year of relationship, okay? So there's so much love, affection, and all of that you've never got all your life, and more of that intimacy in that age. So that drove me towards it.
Mom and Dad, it's your fault. If you gave your daughters a hug every day or 2 or 3, this might not have happened. Not that I'm saying this is wrong that it happened, but in your mind it was wrong that it happened. So maybe it had something to do with you and not her. You weren't wrong, she wasn't wrong. What was wrong was you all didn't bond because you were too busy working. She was too busy being okay with that because she got what she wanted in college. It was all great. You were happy, she was happy, but were you really happy?
So, as I said, so you might fall into a wrong relationship.
It was right then.
It was right then, of course.
Okay,
So for that,
what made it wrong?
so the first 1.5, 2 years, probably maximum for 2 years, it was all right. It was perfect. And then is when, see, it need not happen with everybody. If you find the right,
Sure.
yeah, if you had found the right person, then there's nothing to.
But the common thing is things change after you get married. You could be dating for 20 years, but when you get married, that day, something switches on in a man's head.
So is it
I hope
vice
that
versa
changes.
also?
Well, yeah, you never know. It works both ways. If I was here chatting with a guy, I'd be saying that about a woman.
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Right, but something about that thing called marriage that switches on another human being. So did you switch on or just him?
No, see, basically, forget about the marriage. I'm not even going till there. So after those 2 years, there's a lot of things which unacceptable. At least for me, it wasn't, because he had other women in life, and there were too many things happening, and it went on to a toxicity.
Okay, listen, you were still in college.
I was still in college. I was my BBM, and literally I would. He used to stay alone here, right? So I used to go cook for him, literally clean the entire place for him. Though he was working somewhere, maybe I would not meet him every day, but I would go do all of it so that he can come back home and have a good.
That was your love language.
Yeah, so I can go extremes.
So what did mom and dad say when you told them about him?
So they were first. I spoke to mom about it first. So mom was like, "Let me meet him first." So she met him initially, like when I was still studying, and we're not talking about marriage.
And he was working.
And he was working.
Okay.
And then she said, "Okay, you finish your college, then we'll think about it." That's what my mom said. And then after like a year or so, when I was finishing my degree, I got a job in Google, and which was in Hyderabad. And my parents were like, "No, you can't go out of Bangalore, or you can't stay alone and do
Parents
everything."
or father or mother?
Both of them.
Okay.
So now it was not just my father, it was even my mom who was like, no. And for her, it was not me going to Hyderabad.
I mean, getting into Google wasn't easy.
It wasn't, of course. It
right?
wasn't.
Not many people get in there unless you're a Stanford grad.
Exactly.
You know?
So basically, we had about, I think, 500 people in college who were competing for this.
Okay.
And out of which we were like 6 of us who got in. And then I had to quit. I had to leave just because my parents were not ready to send me.
This is in your final year of college?
Yeah, final year of my BBM. And then my dad didn't wanted me to go because it's in this other city. My mom wanted me to do my post-graduation. That's
another way of keeping you here.
Not really. So
no.
for my mom, it was more about, I want you to study to whatever highest level you can.
Okay.
So maybe that she had in mind because I was not educated, so I had to do all of this. I do want the same thing to my kids. So maybe that was there in her mind. It probably, now I realize that, what she has done is much, much greater than anything.
Than
right?
any education can give you, right?
Yeah. So, but at that point, I never realized that. So I never thought I would come back and do this, of course. I did my MBA.
So your parents didn't support you to get placed in a good job. I wouldn't say the best job, but a great job, because you had the boy involved?
Not really. Till then, my dad didn't know about it.
But your mom did?
My mom did, of course. My mom did.
Did you fight that?
Not really. So her only intention was, I want you to do your post-graduation.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Where?
I did my MBA in PESIT.
In Bangalore?
In Bangalore.
See, that's the point I was trying to make. They wanted you to stay as long as they could. Because did you want to go to another city, in fact, for an MBA maybe?
My father wanted me to go to another country, like probably Australia or something, to do my MBA. So
it's
that,
like, take her away.
Yeah, so they
far from him.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'm a dad. I'm thinking the same way. All right.
Exactly. So they thought, okay, this is the best way to do. We'll send her somewhere out of India. So they'll have a long distance, and then it's not going to work. But I was being very practical, just spending
And you, of course, didn't want to go because
Yeah.
he was right there. So it was you now. You're the problem here.
Exactly.
So it wasn't about your career. It was about your man. And you were giving up your career
Of course. Yes.
for this man.
Yes, definitely.
Would you have gone to Google?
Probably not.
So then, see, you're shifting blame and making it look like they were the bad people. So come on, girls. Let's keep it real. Okay? It's not all black or white. You have shades of gray. They have shades of gray. And merge it, and you might find some beautiful colors for your life. Parenting is not easy. Being a child, we know, is not easy either, with the other distractions that you might have and the other stimulants that you might have, unsupervised. There is a reason why society gave you parents that take care of you. And if you have parents that take care of you, you got it good. There are many out there that don't have that benefit. You have parents, but parenting is a different art. And someday, as your parents might have told you, when you have your children, you will know where we come from.
Exactly. True.
And you married this man, gave up your career,
Yeah.
and now you regret it?
Regretting marrying this person, of course. So more than anything, I would definitely go back to my parents and tell them, okay, I need some time. So let's plan something together. Let's spend some time together and tell them how it feels. So probably take one day off from your business and, we'll have it for family and things like that. I would wanted to do that. So second thing I regret is, of course, my career. A lot of things I gave up just because of this one person, and which was not even worth it. So I regret it a lot. So if you take me back to that time, probably I would value every minute of that college and my career. I would have been maybe things in a different way and in a different position maybe today. And with I would have had a very, very good relationship with my parents probably.
But now you're headlong in the family business.
Yeah.
Because of the untimely passing of your father? Or
not really. So I finished my education and then I was working with Ernst & Young. So that's
so
what I
you
wanted.
did have a career
Yeah.
in an MNC. And if,
Yeah,
if it
so
wasn't
that's
Google, it was EY.
EY. So I just wanted that. So,
Okay.
I was very happy. 8 hours a day and 5 days a week, and Saturday, Sunday, you have it for yourself. And that's all I wanted.
And you didn't help out at work, at your parents'?
No, I didn't. I didn't try to do it, or neither did they want me to. Then it was all. So my brother was back, and he was in the business, so they were all good. So there was no necessity. And then I was very clear that this is what I wanted to do. So.
And your father passed, and when did your marriage pass?
So my marriage passed a long time ago, I think 2017.
Okay.
I gave up completely in 2015 probably. And the legal parts...
Finished in 17.
17.
And then you quit your job?
Yeah, I quit my job.
And then you dove into the business at that point?
Yes. So 2017 is when I got
Okay.
into business. So I wanted to concentrate on something very, very, where I'm out of all these emotional depression. And of course it took a toll. It was a very toxic one because I didn't have the confidence to live without him.
Confidence.
Yeah.
That's what Campus Gal is all about, is we want you to consume the content we make for you. There's a reason we're doing it. But we also want you to come and join us because we have something called the Campus Gal Squad. We'd like to build a sisterhood for you so that you can carry this on for the rest of your lives together and manage this all by yourself. We're not looking to do this. We're just looking to help you build it. A sisterhood that will come to clutch when you need it the most, professionally, personally, and emotionally. Instead of running perhaps to the arms of a man that knows that you need his arms, you could perhaps run into the arms of a sister who has felt the same as you did and understands you better. We're not saying boys are bad. That's a whole different discussion to have. But we're saying confidence is what we want to help you build on Campus Gal, and definitely on this show, Campus Dad, where together we're bringing the parents back to their child and the child back to the parent. So there is a healthier relationship between the two, because that is going to endure any other relationship you will have, we hope. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And sharing some of your inner journeys with your parents and the time.
It's really good, and I think it makes some sense. Or a lot of girls who are in this confusion, or probably a lot of things will be going on. I know, of course, it's the age also, which matters. So
would you be one of those sisters for Campus Gal Squad?
Definitely, I would love to be.
The Campus Gal Squad is not just for college girls. Well, it is. But when you leave college, you continue to be in it. The squad, I mean. And, well, she left college, but she has had her share of learning from life. And she's probably going to hang in there for you. So will you be part of the squad?
Definitely. I'm all in.
Are you all there to mentor these girls?
Of course, definitely. All the time.
And if you're looking for perhaps an internship in a homegrown business that has food involved,
Yeah.
well, maybe you could hit her up.
Definitely, yes, you can.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to tune in to the next episode. Go take on the day.